Hey guys, welcome back to Sweet Creek Thrift. If you're new here, my name is Candy, and today I have a what sold video for you, and this is going to be the sales week of September 8th to 15th. So I'm just trying to play catch up still. I promise I will get caught up at some point in my life, but I am gonna go ahead and just jump right into it. So if you're new here, follow along and you'll kind of see what we're all about, what I'm doing. But I'm just sharing with you all my solds from Poshmark and eBay during that week. So the first item is this Jeep logo light up hitch cover that I picked up. Sorry, I didn't pick this one up. I got this from our house because we used to own a Jeep and it was attached to that Jeep for a while. Like we would attach it or unattach it. And so it actually attached via like the port where you would plug in like a trailer light system. So it would just plug into like the hitch at the very back and then it would light up. I think it was when you pressed on your brakes it would light up. It might have been a light up all the time. I don't really remember, but anyways, I basically had $0 invested in that particular item, and I posted it on May 30th of 2025. This time around, I had recently sold it to another buyer who said it didn't work, but it did work for us and went our Jeep. So I was like, I don't think that's correct, because then in his like comments, he didn't say that it didn't work. He just said something like it didn't fit or something. So I don't think he had the proper attachment for this particular item. And so he just sent it back for that reason, because it was like a weird situation. But I just took it because I accept returns on eBay if the buyer pays for the return, and he did do that. So anyways, so I got it back. I reposted it and it sold on September 9th, and it sold for $22.49, and I made a profit of $18.29, and the new buyer hasn't said anything about it not working. So I'm pretty sure it worked just fine. It just didn't fit the first guy's car, basically. The next item, let's go back up to the top. So it's this Lone Star Rally men's extra large sexy girl motorcycle red t-shirt, and I put Harley because like the bike is kind of like a Harley. And so but this was just like a basic t-shirt, but it had a fun like a graphic that I thought somebody would like. And I picked this up at the Goodwill grand opening that I went to on March 28th. And I paid $2.79, which is the normal price for t-shirts at my local store. This item I posted on April 16th to Poshmark and eBay, and it sold on eBay September 9th for $24.99. I had a guy reach out to me, and he kept asking me. I think he asked me when I first posted it, and then he waited like months later, because I first posted it obviously in April, and I'm pretty sure he reached out maybe a month after I posted it, and I didn't accept it at that time because I had just really like put it on the market. But in September he reached out to me again. It was still on the market, and he said he would do $25 and free shipping. So that's what I just marked it down to $24.99 with free shipping, and he went on and bought it. So and I let him know. I said it's listed. So so essentially he paid $24.99, but he got free shipping. So I paid $5.28 in shipping, and then the sales fee for the platform was $3.82. So I ended up only earning $13.08, but to me that's still pretty good profit for basically a t-shirt. So I was fine with that. The next item is St. John's Bay shirt, women's large, blue sleeveless button front, chambray denim top. And this chambray stuff does pretty good around the fall as you go into like late summer into fall, as people are like anticipating fall, and I think that's the best time to post it, honestly. But it did go pretty quick, this particular item. I picked it up at Goodwill on July 29th, and I paid $3.19. I'm pretty sure it was half price. And then I posted it on August 12th on Poshmark and eBay. It sold on eBay on September 10th. And I'm going to change the format real quick because I don't like how it looks like that. Formatting date. I'm like so picky about stuff. Okay, anyway, so it sold for $18, and so I ended up earning a profit of $11.18 on that item. And the next one is this BCG navy blue men's basic t-shirt, like plain solid colored, nothing interesting about it. It was just a basic shirt. I've had this for a really long time. This came from the original donation, so I was super happy to get an offer, and I took the offer right away. I was like, yes, please, you're free to have it. So I had $0 invested, so I had nothing against taking an offer. And I had originally posted it on Poshmark July 29th of 2023, so it's been a while. I did post it on eBay on June 28th of 2024, so like a year after I originally posted it. And then it sells on Poshmark September 10th of 25. So it took like several years, and it finally sold, and it sold for $8. I made a profit of $5.05, and I have no idea why I'm not using my glasses. The next item is this lot of 4 Texas Tech University t-shirts. I put Raiders red logo, unisex, black and gray colors, basically. Now these all came out of my daughter's closet because like last year when she went to Texas Tech and she just accumulated all these shirts. I think she won one, and then like, I don't even know. She got some I think they just were all given to her basically. So anyways, I just figured out somebody out there might want them, but they're all kind of different sizes. Like the first one is a size large, and then I had a size small, and then 2 size mediums. So I just thought somebody might be fine with like a collage, and maybe they can do something with them, even if they're not wearing them. Maybe use it to make a blanket. I don't know. There's a lot of people that do that kind of stuff. So I just put them all together, and then I posted it, and I posted it on September 8th on Poshmark, eBay, Mercari, and Depop. And it sold on Poshmark on September 10th. And I got an offer for $15. So I went ahead and just took it right away because I honestly had nothing invested, so it didn't hurt to just accept an offer and go with it. I think I posted it for like $20, which would have been like $5 a shirt, but I was totally fine with $15. So, and then I earned a profit of $12. And then the next item is this Texas Tech Red Raiders jersey, and it's a men's medium NCAA football OT sports shirt. And it had the 5. I'm not sure. I should know. I'm trying to think of who was number 5. I have his name in my mind. But anyways, I don't remember. But so yeah, there's the tag on this one. Now I found this one at my local Goodwill again, and this one I picked up recently on July 20th. I did pay $4.79, and I posted it on Poshmark and eBay August 5th, and it took a month. It sold on Poshmark on September 11th, and it sold for $28. So I did earn a profit of $17.61. And then the next item is this U.S. Polo Association sweatpants, and it's for women. It's XL cropped, and I put logo, preppy, sporty, and casual. But I did see them, and I thought somebody might like them just because it had like the big graphic logo on the side, if I can get it to go down. It also had the little embroidery right here, and then it had like these like striped. I just thought it looked good. They were a little bit worn, but not bad. Some of these pictures make it look really faded, but it wasn't really faded. Just a little bit of wear here and there, but overall pretty good condition. And that item, I just thought somebody might like it. I probably wouldn't pick it up again unless it was at like the bins maybe, and even then maybe not. But I did pick it up October 25th of 24 last year. I paid $3.90. I'm pretty sure it was half price. And I posted it on November 14th of 2024 to Poshmark and eBay. It sold September 12th on Poshmark for $15, so I earned a profit of $8.10. And then the next item is this vintage Polo Ralph Lauren sweater, cable knit. I put jumper, preppy, pink, women's large, but it was more like a salmon, like a pinkish salmon, orangish colored. And then a little bit of wear, like you could see like some wash wear, but I did like sweater, shave it just to get rid of any excess like hairiness from washing and stuff. So I think overall it cleaned up pretty good. And it was 100% cotton too, which is nice. So that item I picked up at Goodwill on April 19th this year. I had $2.80 invested, and I posted it on Poshmark and eBay May 22nd. It sold on Poshmark September 13th, so it took like, you know, 4 or 5 months, and then it sold for $31, and I made a profit of $22. So any of those like cable knit sweaters do really well going into the fall season, I think. I did just sell another one that I need to ship tomorrow. Not by Ralph Lauren, but by, I don't remember. Oh gosh, St. John's Bay. I don't think it was St. John's Bay though. But anyways, it was just something like that. You'll see it in the future. But anyways, the next item is this Bowden Women's Vanessa Cozy Rainbow Stripes 2-piece pajama set. And it was a size 4, but I did comment that it would fit a size 2 better. And I think I got that information from like reviews. Essentially, I read through some reviews that I had found, and a lot of people were stating that in the reviews. So I made sure I just notated that all the way in my title, because I wanted somebody, you know, to see that and not expect the size 4 to fit very well. Or if it does, it's going to fit a bit tighter maybe than they wanted it to. So I just wanted to make sure it was notated. Plus, when I wrote fits 2 better, then somebody who was looking for a size 2 might be more interested in that as well. Anyways, it was really cute. That's kind of what it looks like. Mine was just like a little bit of wash wear, but overall really good condition. And I picked this item up at Goodwill on March 5th this year. And I did pay for it, but then I didn't pay for it. Like, I had $0 invested because I think they did not put it on the receipt for some reason. Because I go line by line on my receipts, and occasionally it's like they forget to scan something, or they think they scanned it, but somehow it got put into the bag without being scanned. I'm not really sure. But I get home and I go through every item and I like put it in my book, and it wasn't there on the receipt. So I wrote 0, so I got it for free, I guess. But anyways, I think originally they were selling it for like $9.99 maybe. I'm not really sure, to be honest, anymore. But this item I posted on September 29th. It posted to eBay, Poshmark again, and then, of course, I just hit the wrong button. Hold on. I don't know why I do that. Okay, so it sold on Poshmark on September 13th for $40. I made a profit of $32, which if they had charged me, I probably would have only made $22, but it is what it is. So the next item is this Old Navy The Rockstar Women's size 12 long dark blue classic clean jeans. Probably would have been helpful if I had actually written jeans in the title, but this item I posted like a long time ago originally, and I think I did take some new pictures, but somehow I must have not noticed it, and I hadn't gone back to like refresh it in a long time, and it just sold randomly. So I was happy to see this one go. But there's the tag, and so yeah, it was 12 long, which is why I wrote long in the title. And then this item came from the original donation, so I had $0 invested in it, and I had posted it on April 18th of 2024 on Poshmark and eBay. It sold on Poshmark on the 13th of September for $15, so I earned a profit of $12. So I was really happy to see that one go. The next item is Tommy Bahama's dress, women's small medium, and I put navy blue and handkerchief hem, adjustable strap, and boho, and it was just really cute. Like, I thought this one somebody might like. It was kind of near the end of summer when I got it, and it did have this little spot here. I did buy some markers. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm tired. I need to take a nap. I did buy some markers. They're like fabric markers, basically, for dyeing fabric. And so I did try to mark it and like re-washed it again, and it really did. It just made the white a little bit less white, so it was more like a light blue, but you could still see the dot. I'm sure if you go get an actual like ink, you could kind of like dot a regular like fabric ink on it. I think that would do a lot better. I just didn't want to go spend like $4 on an ink, so at least not yet. So I tried these pens out. I thought maybe, because it had a navy blue one, it was okay, but it wasn't great. But it was such a small, tiny, almost like a pinprick hole of like a white. So I'm thinking somebody got like a splash of bleach on them maybe. But anyways, this item I picked up at Goodwill June 21st this year. It was half price and I paid $3.30 for it. And I posted it on July 28th on Poshmark and eBay, and it sold on September 13th for $29.70. And I made a profit of $21.02. So even though it had that little tiny dot on it, it still sold. And then the next item is Windsor green satin formal gown, women's medium dress, maxi straight, bodycon, and then I put slit. And this was my daughter's one of her prom dresses. And so I actually also had this one originally sold, and then it had gotten sent back to me, and then I resold it. So it was another one that I had gotten a return. She returned it for fit, the first gal, and then the second one, I guess, stuck because it hasn't been sent back. So this one came out of my daughter's closet, so I had zero invested. I posted it on March 29th of this year, 25, to Poshmark and eBay, and it sold on Poshmark on September 14th for $13. I made a profit of $10.05. And then the next item is the Tupperware stacking J tumblers that I picked up recently. So it was a set of 3. I found these at Goodwill on August 9th, and I paid $2.40. I posted it on August 29th to Poshmark and eBay, and it sold on eBay on September 15th. So it really only took a couple weeks, and they sold for $19.99. So be on the lookout for those because they sold really fast. I think if you just price them well, they will go quickly. So I did make a profit of $11.46. And I'm going to fix this date too. I don't know why sometimes my dates don't actually do what I want it to do, even though I have the whole column set to do the dates the way that I like them to look, but I don't know. It does that sometimes, which is super random. Okay, the next item, and I'm almost there, I only have 2 items left. The next item is this All in Motion sports bra, women's medium, black padded, racer back athletic workout. Those are all the title keywords that I put in there. It was in really good condition. It wasn't faded or anything like that. It was just a really basic black sports bra. And I picked this up at Goodwill Bins way back November of 2023, and I had $1.27 per item invested. Posted it on November 19th of 23 to Poshmark, and then I posted it on eBay September 18th of 24, and then it took another year and it sold on eBay September 15th of 25, and it sold for $9. So I made a profit of $5.43. So I was really glad to see that one go too. It doesn't take up much space though, so if I'm at the bins, I'm probably going to pick them up, especially if they're in really good condition. The next item is this Madewell sweatshirt, women's large gray pullover, frayed hem, relaxed fit, and then I guess the style code. I think I don't know. I think I did like an AI or something. I put the style code in there. But anyways, it was really cute, and my daughter wore this for a little while as well. Although I want to say I originally got it from like the Goodwill Bins, I'm pretty sure, or I got it like half price, and I was going to resell it, and she saw it and wanted it. So I let her use it for a while, but since it came out of her closet, I basically had $0 invested, and I posted it on Poshmark and eBay on July 30th. And it sold on Poshmark September 15th for $19, and I earned a profit of $15.20. And that's the last item for this video, you guys. Let me just go over my totals so far. So for the month of September, halfway through the month, I have now earned $409.46 or 47 cents. So I'm doing okay, pretty good. I'm hoping that the rest of the month does just as well to put me in that ballpark that I like to see myself. But yeah, that's it for this video, you guys, and I'm at almost 20 minutes, so I'm gonna go. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. I'll have weeks 3 and 4 coming up in the next like week or so, and I do have another like thrift haul videos. I did just post one a couple days ago, so if you haven't watched it, go back and watch that one. And I will be posting some more soon because I have more thrift hauls to film. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. And I will see you on the next one. Bye.